Hi, this is Ananda Suying, and this is my energetic oracle card reading for the collective for the week commencing the 8th of July. And once again, I have 3 decks. The first deck, which I've used for this week, is from Denise Linn's Sacred Destiny Oracle, and it says it's a 52 card deck to discover the landscape of your soul. And so I have the 3 cards from that deck, so the main reading really is via those 3 cards, and the other 2 decks, of which just 1 card has come from each from these other 2. The first one is from The Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid, and the last card is from the Dragon Oracle cards, and that's Diana Cooper's. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. So for the first few minutes, I'm just going to go through the keywords of the cards and a quick sort of general flavor, so that if you don't want to, because most of the readings have gone on for about half an hour, and I'm very mindful of the fact that everyone has got busy lives and you may not want to be watching or listening for that long. So the first card is Simplicity, and it's beautiful. I'm just going to put it up for you a little bit more. And I mean, look at the colors as well. Such a beautiful blue, kind of whitish blue turquoise, and there's a feather. So this is Simplicity. So the first thing that captures my attention, besides the words and the colors, is the feather. And I think we're reassured that there's a lot of otherworldly help, perhaps angelic help as well, as we are invited to perhaps for this week be more mindful of beauty in the simple things, of keeping things simple. Perhaps all we're required to do is just to be, instead of all the running around. So keeping things very, very simple, and noticing beauty and also wisdom in simplicity. So it's quite a few things, really. It could be quite a few things. Being asked to keep things simple, or finding joy and wisdom in simplicity. And as we're navigating what this might mean for us, knowing that there's going to be communication from the greater consciousness, the positive octaves of the greater consciousness. Okay, so simplicity, keeping things simple, enjoying the simple things in life. Yeah. Okay, and the second card, and this spread is really, really great. I have to say, it's really positive, and you'll see why as we go through the cards. So here we are, miracles. Isn't that gorgeous? So yes. So look at the colors as well. It reminds me of the very southern sightings of the aurora borealis, plus the different colors, as people could see it in Kent and in North London, and the colors were very pink and purple. Usually they're very kind of green and blue. So the wavelengths of light which came in around April, May, from all the huge solar flares, and bringing up, giving us lots of lovely exposure to very high vibrational energies, different energies, yeah, which some people would say are helping us to think a little bit differently, perhaps widening our consciousness, broadening our minds, say. And we have 2 rainbows. Isn't that gorgeous? Just 2 rainbows, although I think it's more to do with aurora borealis, because it looks like it's like nighttime scene. But then miracles, why not seeing all these beautiful colors when it's darker, when the sun is not brightly shining. Generally rainbows when there's water, but I think this is to do with starlight. It's to do with starlight, because I'm just going to pick up one of the other cards. You have the green gold dragon. That's from the Dragon Oracle cards, and it says brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. It's the green gold dragon from Sirius. So we've got a star, a star connection here, connection with our star brothers and sisters. Okay, so I think there's quite a tie to that, miracles. And what sort of miracles would they be? Well, it depends what our outlook is. What would you term as a miracle? Yeah, but there's a lot of wisdom coming in, and perhaps we will have a greater understanding, or we will be able to see that there are miracles in everyday life, miracles in simple things, very, very simple things. But then keeping our eyes open and keeping our minds open might help us to see and perceive miracles. Okay, so that's just me going a little bit deeper, but we've got the first card, simplicity, lovely. I mean the colors, and then we have miracles, and yes, thriving. I mean, God, looks that's brilliant, isn't it? And thriving. Yeah. So this week it sounds like it's going to be a week of miracles, a week of lots of beautiful energy helping us to thrive. You'd think that deserts are really barren, and yes, it's tough to live in deserts, but there's such a balance of animals and the ecosystem, and yet there are many which manage to thrive. I'm not saying that this week's going to show us where we're barren, or where things need to be just. It's just that even in the most peculiar places, like the scientists have found that in the depths of the ocean where there is no light, they found lots of creatures which produce their own light. These fish with the lanterns, I can't remember what they're called, but also in even more inhospitable places where you have the lava flows and lava eruptions where it's so hot, they've still managed to find life. So this planet is all about life, experience, and abundance, and the conditions are always brilliant for that. I think it's just keeping our eyes open. But here's the promise that we will thrive, that there's a lot coming in this week to show us, or for us to or that the universe is demonstrating that this is part of our nature. So expect it. So the fourth card which came up, oh, look at that, 10 of Earth. 10 of Earth. The colors are greenish, they're yellow, they're golden. So if you look at the picture which I've attached for this card reading, I've placed a golden healer, so quite yellow crystals, and 2 citrines, and also a honey or golden calcite. So lots of beautiful gold crystals, or of that hue. And we have this youngish with the elven race, and with particular races they could look young, but they're millennia. What they look like doesn't mean anything really. It doesn't belie their age. But 10 of Earth is about abundance, wealth, also inherited wealth and knowledge, which is also key with this card. Okay, about wisdom coming in. So expect abundance. Yeah, expect the fruits of your fruits of your efforts bringing you abundance and great wealth. And traditionally, I think this would be the 10 of Pentacles, and Pentacles is to do with matter, with the earth element, with things that you have physically. Yeah, so it's a really gorgeous reading. And we have a wolf there, And according to some traditions, a wolf is a bringer of wisdom, is a great teacher. And the lovely thing about the card as well is all these chests of jewelry, of money. So this card is all about wealth, abundance. But if you look at her, she's got these tendrils coming up, which aren't quite not quite horns, but it's almost, it's an extension of her head. She's got the cutest ears, which look like cat ears, and she's got the wings of a butterfly. So absolutely beautiful. But the tendrils, to me, they're sort of like reaching out into the ether, reaching out beyond our sort of our understanding or idea of what the brain is or what knowledge is. It's like extending into the greater consciousness, into the air and the web around us, and hence I think it works really well with this, with incoming universal knowledge. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So that's an invitation as well. Okay, so those are the cards. I like I said, I'm just going to keep them short, but yeah, I think I'll keep this reading short, but I think it's an absolutely brilliant spread. And you know, the thriving and this and the 10 of earth, it's just gorgeous. So expect lots of good things, lots of wealth and abundance, and expect to do really well as well in whatever endeavors you undertake, and whether it's in your relationships. Perhaps you'll find gold in your relationships. Perhaps you'll find gold in coming into your bank account as well, or perhaps gold in the form of crystals. Oh yes, yes, food. Yep, lots of abundance. Okay, so thank you very much. Yep, like I said, I'm going to keep this really short, but it looks like an absolutely wonderful spread, and we're in for a fantastically beautiful week. So thank you very much, and I hope that was useful for you. Some of the readings are longer, but today is going to be really short because I just think that yeah, enough said basically. So if you were pleased with that, or if it was helpful, or it gave you some hope, then would you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you very much, and see you next week, or perhaps this week if I manage to do a review of some of my new decks. I've got 3 or 4 decks and I still haven't opened them yet, so perhaps it will be an opening of one of the decks and we can check them out together. Okay, thank you. Have a glorious week, and may you really appreciate all that you are, and know that all that you are, and that you are divine and eternal. Namaste.